Hello everyone. So previously we had discussed on the topic string buffer, right? So today we'll be discussing on the topic linked list, right? So let's see what the definition part says here, right? A linked list is a linear data structure. Just remember, a linked list is a linear data structure where elements, nothing but the nodes, are stored non-contiguously, right? So this is very important. Where elements are stored non-contiguously, and each node contains data and reference, nothing but link to the next node. Yep. So each node, what it contains the data and the reference link to the next node. Yep. So this is fine. Unlike arrays, a linked list does not store elements in the contiguous memory location. So this is very important, right? So they can ask the difference between, if you're giving interviews, they can ask the difference between the arrays and the linked list, right? So unlike arrays store the elements in the contiguous memory location, right? So linked list does not store the elements in contiguous memory locations. This is one of the advantage of making use of the linked list actually. Each element points to the next one. This is very important, forming a chain like structure, right? Forming a chain like structure. This allows efficient insertion and deletion without shifting elements. Again, this allows efficient insertion and deletion without shifting the element. So this is very important, as I have said. So let's try to understand the same thing with a very simple example. So I'll just go with here. Just give me a second. Import java.io.star. So this is fine. Let me write this one quickly. Class, I'll just go with a linked list actually. Demo. Yeah, let me go with linked list demo here. First, let's go with the node class that represents a single element of the linked list. I'll just go with the static here. Yeah, let me go with the static class node. So within this class, first thing, let's go with the data actually. Data, why we are going with the data here? Data basically stores the value of the node. And next, let me go with the next actually. Next itself. Next in the sense, basically we are making use of the next to store the reference to the next node. Yep. So I hope this is clear. Next, let's move on with the constructor part actually. Yeah. Or the initialization part. So I'll just go with the D. So we are making use of the constructor to initialize the node here. Data, let me initialize this one to D, and as well as the next, let me initialize this one to null initially. Yep, let me come out of this one entirely. Now I'll just go with the main method. Yeah, so I'll just go with the main here. So let me remove this one. Also, let me add here. What shall I add? Exception actually. Yep, so this is fine. Yep. So let's create the individual nodes, right? Let's create the individual nodes. So I'll just go with a node. Let me go with the variable name first, equals new node of, let me add the element 10 here, the value 10, right? So this is the first node with the value 10. So let's add some more elements here. So I'll just copy the same thing here. Let me paste this one twice. Enough actually. Yep. I'll just go with the second, and let me go with the third as well. So this one will be when let me go with the 10 itself, 10, 20 as well as the 30, right? So this is fine. Yeah, values can be this one. Uh, We can have the duplicate values, right? So it doesn't matter. And now let's link the nodes together. So I'll just go with the first. How can we link actually? So let me make use of the next here. Let's link this one to the second, and I'll just go with the second here. Second dot next. Let me link this one to the third actually. This is as simple as that. Yep. So we have linked the first this one first pointer to the second, and second pointer to the third actually. Next, let's go with the head of the linked list. So I'll just go with node head equals uh let me go with the first. So this is fine. Next, let's traverse the linked list, right? So let me write the simple while loop here. So head shouldn't be null. Then only we can move forward. So I'll just make use of the while condition here, or while loop here. So within the while loop, the first thing here would be, so we are just looping until end of the list, right? So let's print the current node data, right? For that, I'll just make use of the this one, system out println. So I'll just go with head dot data. So this is fine. And let me concatenate the empty space here. We are just printing the current node data, and we have to move to the next node. So to move to the next node, I'll assign the head to head dot next. It's as simple as that. Yep. So this is it actually for the example. So if I run this one, see, so first node is created with the value 10 here in the line number 22. Second node is created with the value 20, and the third node is created with the value 30. Right? So links are created as, see here, first is connected to the second and second is connected to the third. So 10 should be connected to 20 and 20 should be connected to 30 and 30 should be connected to 30 is the last one and 30 will be connected to the null, right? Because see, next we have this one assigned to the null actually, right? So 30 points to the null. So that one will be the last actually if we don't have any value. So 10, 20, 30 is the output that we need to get here basically, right? So it traverses from the head basically, right? So we are going with a while loop. It traverses from the head because we have set the head to first actually. Yep. That means we have to get the output 10 should point to 20, 20 should point to 30, and 30 should point to null actually. So in simple terms, it should look like this. See, 10 basically 10 should point to 20 here, and 20 should point to 30. So this is fine. And 30 should point to null actually. Yeah, 30 should point to null. Right. So basically it should print 10, 20 as well as the 30 as output actually. Null will not be printed basically. So 10, 20, and 30, we have to get the output 10, 20, and 30. Yep. So let me run the code. Yeah, we are getting the output 10, 20, and 30, which is absolutely correct, right? So this is it about the linked list. Very simple topic, right? So this is fine. Next, let's discuss the real world applications. So linked list usually, see, we will be making use of the linked list in music players actually, right? So if we want to move to the next song, suppose if you are playing a particular song and if you have to move to the next song or the previous song, so there will be button actually for the previous to move to the previous song or to move to the next song. There we will be making use of the linked list. Yeah, this is one of the real world application. Browser history. If you know about know the browser history actually, usually you'll be knowing the browser history basically. So forward and backward navigation in the browser history. So that will be done via linked list itself. Yeah. So we'll be making use of the linked list for it. Yep. So undo and the redo operations in the editors. If you consider the text editor, any text editor, they will be undo and redo, right? So we can undo the text or we can redo the text. So these two things will be present, right? So for that, we will be making use of the linked list. Yeah. And if you consider the operating systems, many operating systems, memory management, for the memory management or in the memory management, we'll be making use of the this one linked list. So that is also one of the real world application. And for the implementation of the stacks and queues, actually, we will be making use of the linked list. So these are some of the real world applications of the linked list. Very simple. Next, let's move on with the time complexity and the space complexity, man. So what will be the time complexity here? So just give me a second here. 1 second. Yeah. Time complexity for the traversal actually, for the linked list traversal. So it is big O of n. For that traversal, it is big O of n because each node is visited exactly once. So for the traversal, it's a big O of n. For the insertion at the beginning, the time complexity would be big O of 1. For the insertion at the beginning, it would be big O of 1 because no shifting is required. So we are considering at the beginning, right? So for the insertion actually at the beginning, it would be big O of 1. The time complexity would be big O of 1. Just remember this. And what would be the space complexity? Space complexity would lead to big O of n. So why that space complexity is big O of n? Because extra memory will be used for storing the node references. So overall space complexity would lead to big O of n, right? So the time complexity for the traversal in the link within the linked list would be big O of n, and for adding the element at the beginning would be big O of 1, and big O of n uh, space complexity would be big of n for the extra memory that is used for storing the node references. Yeah. So this is it for the linked list. Basically, we have discussed. So this is more than enough actually, right? So yep. So this is it for the linked list. Next, we will be discussing about the singly linked list, right? For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.